Good morning, it's Kevin here, and you can hear the rush of water, which is just over there. And I'm by North Mill in Midhurst. The A286 bridge is just over there, and that feeds up to Hazelmere and then onto the 272 to Betworth. Well, I'm starting my walk here today, but where I'm standing, very sandy. Let me show you this. Very sandy all around here. But during the storms earlier this year, I would have probably been about, let me guess, water level would probably been about 3 feet above me. So that just shows you how high the water level was here at North Mill. As you can see, I've got all these trees around me. Not sure what these are, but I've got some beech trees and ash and some oaks a bit further over. So I'm going to press on to see what else I can find. But one thing that's annoyed me is that I've bought a Zoom recorder to record when I'm in areas like this or windy, and I've forgotten to bring it out. I had it all ready to go, completely forgot it. So I'll leave you with the scene of the mill behind me, and I will press on. Well, as I'm walking along, just over there in the trees, just under the trees, wild garlic, and there's lots of it. Bit breezy at the moment, which is a shame. I just wish I'd remembered my Zoom recorder. I've got my rucksack on with a coat in it or jacket in it, because they did say there's a possibility of some rain or drizzle coming in. The cloud's very high. I don't think there is. But I'm just through this. See, I think it's marshland really more than anything, because it does get very, very wet. Beautiful yellow flowers through it. I don't know whether they're buttercups or what they are. But I've noticed that someone else has been along this walk putting up hearts on the trees, thanking the NHS, which is lovely. Got lots of different flowers about here. And as usual, bird song all around me. The River Rother is just over there to my right. So I'm following this is called the Rother Walk. Let me just come up to the bank of the river and just show you around here. It's flowing down from left to right. Got some lovely, more of these pink flowers. I'm very embarrassed to say that my knowledge of a lot of these flowers, wildflowers, has now left me. When I was at primary school at Midhurst, we used to be taken out on nature walks, and I used to know all these flowers off by heart. Beautiful. Well, where I thought I wouldn't see anybody, loads of people, more and more people all the time. But I'm just coming up into this bit now where I'm going up onto some pasture land. But you've got this hazel tree here, very old hazel tree. But interesting how the trunks have twisted as the boughs have grown up, gone up through towards the light. And fantastic how this one here, look, has come up through two other boughs. Some black thing in the middle there, I don't know what that is. I do love a hazel tree, it's beautiful. But I've come out of the trees just behind me into this huge field. And this is heading up towards Woolbeding. But just here you can see the crops are coming out. And I'm pretty sure they're potatoes. All very nicely, neatly and furrowed. So I'm heading off up this way. And I'll be heading out towards Woolbeding. I don't think I'm going to go quite as far as I'd planned today. Because that would probably be about, oh gosh, it would have been about 6 miles or thereabouts. So I'm going to head out through this way. I shall see Woolbeding House, so I'll try and get a film of that, although it will be in the distance. And there's a chapel or a church there which I want to film in one day if I can. I need to look into that. I don't know if it's private or not, but well, I'll see. So I'll give you one more shot of the field that's behind me, and then I'll press on further. Well, just coming up into the Woolbeding parkland. National Trust look after this. That's just there. But as I suggested just now, cattle up there, belted Galloways. And I've just seen a signpost here, or a signboard. There's a hedge been put up between these two fields, and it says Blinky's Hedge, in loving memory of Blinky Truby, 1950 to 2018. So I've never seen that before. But there are the cattle. They're not all belted Galloways, but Looks as if there's about 8 or 9 up there that are. So I'm heading up through this way, up into the far distance towards that lovely copper beach. Beautiful trees. Well, I'm very warm. Just come up through there. Took the wrong path. I'm heading up towards the viewpoint on top of Midhurst Common. And we've got all these rhododendrons out in flower all the way round. Absolutely masses of them. But they are a weed, really. But they have been over the years thinning them down, thinning them out on the lower levels. But just show you this round here. I don't know if there's going to be anybody up at the viewpoint or not. I can hear lots of voices. Well, I've dropped down now from the viewpoint, which unfortunately had a family up there sitting on the bench, so I thought it was best that I didn't stop. But going past these oak trees, but this is on Midhurst Common, as I said earlier, but it's interesting to see how the rhododendrons are less in flower on the lower ground than they were up on top of the hill. As you can see, some of them are just not breaking open at all from the buds yet. There are 1 or 2 flowers opened up, but not as many as I thought might be. Now, whether that's to do with the amount of sun they're getting, I don't know. But these on this side, my left hand side, are hardly open at all. But then suddenly you come across one of the big bushes where the flowers are very open. It's amazing how they're so staggered in coming out in flower. You would have thought perhaps that they'd have all been coming open at the same time. But as I say, I'm surrounded by fir trees and oak trees. You can see the fir trees through there. But this is all Keldray land. But anyway, I'm going to head off for home now. So I'm going to say, oops, let me drop my camera. I'm going to say bye-bye. And I'll see everybody on the next video. Bye-bye.